I'm coming to you again with another video of my house arrest here in Barbados and being in a situation that I never thought that I would be in all my life. This is day 3 that I here in Barbados talking about quarantine. Like I said before, I've taken 2 tests and all of my tests are negative. I take tests in America with my job always and take temperature tests that's always negative. I just give you a little synopsis of why I'm here. I came here for a week just to do some business and get back to my job on Monday coming, but unfortunately I'm being stuck here with what the government of Barbados have put in place, that even natives that born in Barbados and you have a negative test, unless you are vaccinated, fully vaccinated, you have to go into quarantine for 7 days, 8 days, whatever it is, to pay a hotel hundreds of dollars per week. I have to look for almost close to over $1,400 to pay this hotel woman here, money that she have never really worked for, or the government of Barbados has never worked for, to pay some person in their place. I have a big house up in Christchurch. So I'm stuck in this place here for 7-8 days till I take this test again and then I can go my way. What a bunch of crap this is, that they subject you because you have to go and support the hotel sector, because the government cannot afford to probably pay the hotel workers any more unemployment because they probably run out of money. So they've got a system in place that if you come from overseas, and I tell all of my friends that are abroad, do not come to Barbados under these sort of conditions, because it's a painful thing, very painful. If you have never been in quarantine or house arrest, and it feels to me like this is day 3, it feels to me like this is probably day 15 that I was in this situation. I cannot go outside, I cannot go to the store. This place is self-contained, but I cannot go and buy no food from the supermarket. I had to call a friend of mine almost every other day to drop me some juices or some food to eat, because the food here to eat at this place here is a bunch of foolishness. You have to pay expensive prices for food, 2 eggs or so, or whatever you want, $28 and $20 for 2 eggs, also a bunch of foolishness that costing you more expense. So there's a lot of things that you cannot do, and a lot of things that you should avoid coming to Barbados or any island that have this quarantine in process that keep you oppressed, and situations that you cannot move around. I say it's very, very strange. It's a very, very strange thing to experience. My concern is that if you have all of these so-called false preachers that believe in this God that they're talking about, their God that they're talking about, where they can't heal the country or heal the land, because there's nothing but false teachers and false prophets that they believe in. All of the churches here in Barbados or throughout the world, they cannot do nothing because God have not sent these people nowhere to heal them body. They're a bunch of false prophets. They had one man here in Barbados, I know, patriarch Dr. Granville Williams, that was sent from God, but Bajans believed that he was a man that satanic, and they've got all kind of conception in the mind about this brother and about this man, because that he is one of them and he educate hundreds of people, but they reject him and he gone home, right? So the country now in a lapsy-daisy mood, they don't know what to do. The country can be healed, but yet still there's a way it can be healed. But let the false gods that they go to church to, all of the Anglican churches and the Roman Catholic churches and the Presbyterian churches and the Pentecostal churches, all of them, what they can't get it do? What they can't get it do? The T.D. Jakes and all of the Benny Hinn that they brought here a couple of years ago, all of false teachers, but they're so blind in their mind. They're so blind in their mind that they still believe in these false teachers. Why they can't get it do? Why they cannot get it do? Why the land can't get healed from these false teachers? I mean, this is able to put some sense in your mind, people that go to these so-called churches and believe this so-called God that they got them believing in, this white European God that they believe in, where he can't heal them. Where he can't heal them. Can't get it do. They cannot get it do. Because God, the real true God that I know, and that my spiritual father know, the apostolic patriarch Dr. Granville Williams know, that I have been taught by him, from him, for all of these years. He had the key to life. And they reject him. Well, if you reject Jesus Christ, the true Jesus, then he said, if you think you know, then you don't know, and you can pay the penalty for it. This is a situation that happening here through the world. Can't get it do. All of these false teachers, they can't get it do that. It's like God sent them and them as prophets and them as this and this is that. They cannot get it do. God have not sent them the God that I know. The God that I know. And send them that way. They're a bunch of false teachers. If you look and you read scripture very carefully, and you remember Jonah, God was sending Jonah to Nineveh. And Jonah ran and flee from the Lord and went to Tarshish on a boat. You remember the story good? And what the captain of the ship tell all of the people that are on the ship? Every man get on his knees and pray to your own God. That's what we tell them. You got to go and pray to your own God. You got to pray to a God that they don't even know about. Why this disasters is happening on the sea? And only one man had the key. Not 10 and 15 different people got the key. False teachers and ministers. Only one man. God has sent one man had the key. But my situation here again, I can read it out. I'm not going to try to break no curfew. I'm not going to pop up the bangles off my hand and then they send the police to me because it's a police state too. I find myself in front of the law courts of Barbados. I also remember the Jamaican guy that was here in Barbados. I read about him. He was in the same situation and he was hungry. And he went to some store to get some food and the police arrested him. And he went to court. And the judge put this man in jail. Up in Dawes, or what they call Glen no more. Put the man in jail. Because the man, they want some food to eat. Lot of wickedness here have been done in Barbados. And I tell you before that a lot of things can happen here in Barbados before and after this virus come and gone. Because the virus ain't going away. The virus are not going no place. It's here to stay. And they can't get it control. And they want to take a vaccine. And why if you're taking a vaccine, why you still get the virus? If you're taking a vaccine, right? And you get a booster shots, why people are still dying from the same vaccine that you have taken? Something's wrong. And they want to subject you. They want to subject you about taking a vaccine. And they say that if 99% of people who got the virus, it will go away. It will go away. I have got the flu a couple of times in the States. I have got the flu a couple of times here in Barbados. And it has symptoms, but now if you got symptoms like flu symptoms, now you got the virus. They don't even know which one from which one. They don't understand it. They don't get it. But I'm just give you an overall view for my next 7 days here in quarantine that Barbados government set up, that I cannot go to my house. I don't know why I cannot go to my house and stay in my house. I'm in a small compound here, somewhere in St. James. And this is my 3rd day also in this situation. And it feels like a very long time that I was here, despite I was here just for a couple of days. It is mind-boggling. You have to be careful that you don't lose your mind. Because you cannot venture outside, you cannot go nowhere. You have to stay in this compound. And I will give you an update tomorrow, again, about the situation that happened here to me here in Barbados.